Hello, I'm Bob from Belazu Ingredient Company, and I'm just going to do a little chat about our fig leaf oil. So, fig leaf oil, what on earth is that? Well, a few years ago, I think it's about 3 or 4 years ago, George, who was one of our directors, and Ross, who was our development chef at the time here in the Pembury kitchen, they were out in Lleida, in Catalonia, at the olive farm, the olive grove of Eduard, who is our grower for a lot of our olive oils. And they were having a chat, they were messing around, they were preparing for a big meal they were doing that weekend. And they started chatting about what they thought was kind of missing from the oils and flavoured oils. And they got into this idea of figs. So I think probably after a few drinks, it sounds like one of the things that you would do after a few drinks if you've got an olive grove and lots of machinery in front of you. They basically picked a load of olives. They went to further into the olive grove, and there are fig trees there, and they picked some leaves. And they actually have a small, it's not that big, obviously, but they have a smaller olive mill as opposed to being the massive one. They crushed the olives in the smaller olive mill, and they threw the fig leaves in with the olives that were being crushed up until the whole lot had just been mushed up. And they then used the extractors to extract the centrifuge to extract the oil. What they ended up with was something absolutely magnificent that I don't think any of them really expected. So the flavour of the oil still comes through, but the aromas and the flavour are absolutely magnificent. Now, I think it splits into a 50-50 camp. There's a few foods that kind of do that. And it's not really about liking or not liking. It's about what you can taste. If you are familiar with the flavour of figs, people very much do taste the fig flavour coming through the oil. However, and I'm one of these people, I don't eat figs particularly often. So when I smell and when I taste the oil, instead I get coconut. And it's just the most wonderful flavour and not something you would expect at all. And in fact, if anyone's got a fig tree in their garden, and I did this on my allotment not so long back, just take a little bit off the leaf and have a little taste. And I definitely get coconut from that. As a consequence, with this oil, you can do loads with it. Don't cook with it. It's not a cooking oil, this one. You're just going to destroy all the flavours. The oil's perfectly capable of taking the heat, etc. But the heat will just dissipate all those wonderful phytochemicals that create the flavour. So use it as a drizzling oil. And one of the things that George got pretty obsessed with was making a fig leaf oil ice cream. So I hope that's been useful. And I'll see you again in another shorty, I'm absolutely sure. All right, cheers.